welcome to the stream today. We'll run a prediction real quick. Commercial by 5:13. We are here for the Eviction episode of Big Brother 27. Prediction is up. Thank you, Samantha, for the 44th. Who really is Taran? You know what I mean? If you think about it. I'm running a little bit behind today, so I apologize. I need to make sure I send this link to Brittany. Okay. I did see the Blockbuster competition. I'll try to pull it up on the screen in a moment. Does someone have a link? Hold on, I also need to get the episode. Don't send me the whatever, it's fine. It's on Instagram. What's Central Time? It's 7 Central Time now. So 8:15 Central Time would be when the podcast starts. Okay. And the episode is on.
Alliance as allies turn on one another in a
Okay. Whew. Made it just in time. Okay. My tweet last night about the edit, I feel like breached into the casual fandom and they got mad about it. They're like, what do you mean? What even is inaccurate? Jenny, thank you for the 74th. 74 in a row. Like, don't you know that they have to fit a bunch into a small episode? You can't just say it's inaccurate and not say why. Save his own butt. They're even recapping it in the previously on, making it seem like Vince did this. It just doesn't make sense to have gone so far out of your way to give Vince credit for something like that when he had nothing to do with it. When Keanu was right there, like you could give the credit to Keanu, who is a more prominent figure in the show anyway. And at least that would be like closer to reality. A tumultuous, tear filled week. Yeah, the blockbuster is a balance, a ball balancing maze. Jimmy may have been playing everyone. What does that even mean? Dorky, thank you for the 74th in a row as well. It's here too. Thank you so much. Laura, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Okay, so Will was genuinely on board with Ashley about the complaining, at least at first. It was honestly hard to tell. She told you, Ava. I mean, I guess it's possible she's talking about when she was told the night before. I would say they're setting up the Ashley drama, but they don't really have time for it. Ashley speaking truth in the diary room. It was close. You'll notice even Vince can't claim that he had anything to do with it. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, I guess not. What does that mean? Ooh. This is close, but I don't think it's going to make it. And it's a yes. Could this decision drive away her closest allies? So, does that mean we're getting Mickey versus Ashley? And this is going to be the first fight they had. The one where she talks about I don't have any more powers. Pookie. She doesn't have to say that line, but that's the fight I'm looking for. If it's the more recent one about the Keanu thing, for whatever reason, that doesn't count. And this is in the next segment only. So what I will say about this episode, they're very clearly angling at this was a mistake by Mickey. I think that tracks. Um, I think that one of the ways they're doing it, again, like crediting Vince for it, I get what they're doing. I just feel like it's it's not the kind of thing that they should be doing. Like it's too much, I think. They're basically trying to streamline the story by saying Vince did it. Vince is running her HOH, to make it seem like she's an idiot. Um, but the thing is that, like, I think you can still credit Keanu for this, and that's more real. Like, this is the sort of thing that Big Brother Canada does a lot. Big Brother US doesn't usually do it. To just full on create something. Not to mention the whole Riley stuff, but all right, we're back. We're back. Oh yeah, it's Ava. Ava was the problem. God, even the way he's talking about it. Clayton, thank you for the 12. Eating some pasta. So this is the conversation they were arguing about. Zach's voice in the DR, I just can't get used to it. So now we're gonna listen to Vince and Jimmy talk in the gym. And this is going to be an important conversation for them. They didn't even show the I don't need to talk to you moment. JT with 85 months in a row. That's wild. No argument. Prediction. Who wins the blockbuster? Is it Jimmy, Kelly, or Riley? So, if you missed it earlier, this is the tilty maze where you're trying to use the table to roll a ball around a maze and get it into certain points. There are apparently 3 slots to slot 3 different balls into. Julie got the first 2 fairly easily and then messed up on the third like twice and gave up. Given that she got the first 2 fairly easily, I expect that everyone will get the first 2 fairly easily. And quite frankly, I think that this is just going to be how fast can you do it. Like if more than one person drops a ball at any point, I guess they will be rushed and stressed, so there's something there. But I wouldn't expect a lot of drops. Honestly, I think the skill set for this is varied enough that it doesn't particularly matter. I think there is a mechanical skill to it, but knowing who has that skill is going to be really difficult to know, to predict. Mindset, I think, is important. Who has it in them to like be fast and steady? And I think Kelly has that in her. But granted though, I don't know that she has the hustle. I think Riley does. I don't know if Jimmy does. But this could really just go anyway. All right, I'm hiding chat. The buzzing in is also important. Remember, Mackenzie beat Rubina in a blockbuster based purely on her ability to get to the buzzer faster after finishing a comp. Jimmy out in the lead so far. Riley a bit slower. Kelly behind. Jimmy with a decent lead. It looks like he's going for the far one first. I don't know if that's the strategy I would use. If he can get it, it would be big. And he, I think, does. No, he missed it. That's it. I think he's screwed now. I think it was a huge risk to go for the third one first. Because you're not as used to the board yet. You get the easy ones while you're learning the board. So by the time you do the long one, you can go a little quicker. You have a little more experience. Riley's slowly moving over to that third one. Jimmy's still slowly making to the second one. Jimmy's into the second one. Riley's right there, and Riley wins. Riley. Jimmy was not close. Jimmy was miles away. If Jimmy had landed that first attempt at the third one, he still would have lost. He had not. Actually, should he have? I think he just sunk the second one. So he might have won by a hair if he had landed that. But he was out to a good lead over Riley. I think that Jimmy was faster. I really feel like going for the third one first was just a mistake. I think you can understand why you might try something like that, because there are certain tilt mazes where you want to go for the hard one first. Just because of like how the thing goes. Like it just depends. But with this one, because it's like sequential, going for the last one first, in my mind, just listen, I don't think it matters that much. But as you go, you're getting experience, you're learning the board. So you do the first one, and that gives you an understanding of how to get around to that first one, right? So the next time you do it, you're faster to the first one, then you get to the second one. Now you've done that twice, and you're even faster when you go to the third one, which is the longest and most difficult one. So having the most experience and being able to go as fast as possible for the third one, I think is just generally going to be the best bet. And you could see that too. Like Jimmy went all the way to the third one and was there, but failed to lock it in because it was his first attempt at ever rolling the ball into a slot. And so if he had been able to practice the first and second ones, I think he maybe has a better chance of landing that shot. And we saw that Riley did land it. I really honestly don't know how he missed it, to be honest. It cut away. It looks kind of difficult to miss if we're being real, but okay, do you think of the fourth? I mean, we could do a vote prediction, but this has been by far the easiest vote to predict. Here's what we'll do. It is there are 11 votes. Vote count. Is it 10-1 Jimmy or anything else? Kentucky, thank you for the 18th. Reed, thank you for the 7th. I think 7th. Sorry, 3 months in advance. I appreciate that. Trial, thank you for the 37th in a row. I would never expect a live HOH during a blockbuster season. While the blockbuster's running, I should say. HOH will obviously be critical though. We should get the HOH. We should get the feeds back, I would say, fairly early tonight, given that it's likely the knockout. It will obviously be an incredibly important HOH. Jellybean, thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the Robot Army. I honestly think there's basically one shot that if Rachel, Ashley, Will, Ava win, then there's a chance that something happens. We're back, by the way. If anybody else wins, maybe Keanu. But if the Morgan, Lauren, Vinny, Zach crew wins, I think it's done. I think any resistance is done, I mean, to that group. I think that basically if they win this HOH, I think some combination of them is endgame. There's no shot Ava's gonna do it. Rachel, you don't have the votes. Well produced, I will say, to capture those whispers live. Kelly actually facing a vote, and they're not gonna vote her out. I appreciated that. I'm just already anticipating the Ava crash out about Rachel tonight. She didn't say sadly. That's a plus in my book. Riley made up for it. He was doing a snake thing, right? Sadly. I can appreciate that. Ah, they heard the complaints. They heard the complaints. Every vote this season so far has been determined by the first vote. They literally made a point to say, hey, it's 4-0, but the votes that Jimmy needs have yet to cast their votes now. I mean, this is also like by far the most straightforward vote. But I think what they're doing is saying that Jimmy's best bet was Vince, Lauren, Zach. Well, I don't know if they really counted Lauren in the edit, but Vince and Zach. I guess Morgan. They counted Morgan in the edit. But Morgan already voted. But the edit that they gave us today was, yeah, because they didn't even show Jimmy campaigning to Keanu. The reality is that there's no hope regardless, but the edit at the very least proposed that Vince and Zach could flip. And then Rachel ran around saying, we have the votes, you have to do it. I don't know what she was thinking there. There were no conversations today where, like, there was any implication that they had votes. Like, there's a world where that strategy works, but I don't think it's this one. Because just saying you have the votes can only convince people that want to vote that way. And not enough people actually wanted to vote that way. Not even like the core four that she should have had wanted to vote that way. Like Ava actively didn't want to go that way. Not that she knew that, but really I think what she was trying to do is mess with the prediction betters. Trying to get that anything else to play. Jen, thank you for the 46. You doubt Rachel cares that much? She's literally spent every waking minute either hanging out with Jimmy or trying to campaign for Jimmy to stay. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure she cares. All right, we're back. It's such a bad fake plot. Here's Rachel. There's the one. Rachel's still trying. Rachel, it's not happening. Don't do it, Ashley. Oh, Ashley. Rachel, what are you doing to her? What are you doing to her, Rachel? Will's like, what have you done? Did she try to go back? No, no, no. Oh boy. They're all gonna be so mad at Rachel. She just trashed her short-term game so bad. The shoutouts are atrocious. I mean, I can't imagine a more justified anything else results. Just for the record, it is in fact anything else. All right, Jimmy, come on, give us something here. At least you didn't hug everyone. Come on, man. Jimmy always over-promising, underperforming, dude. Dude, a Rachel HOH win would literally be old school Big Brother. Dude, nobody cares about the mystery guest, please. Listen, I am a supporter of Big Brother Unlocked, but clues about the mystery guest is not it on a regular episode. All right, goodbye messages. Do we get goodbye messages? Yeah, that was. I mean, you kind of get it, right? Rachel is insisting that the votes are there. You're like, they're not. And she says, I swear to you, they are. You need to vote this way. You don't want to be the one to screw it up. You didn't believe, and now all of a sudden it's a 6-5 vote, and Jimmy leaves, and it's all your fault. I get it, but man. You need to know where the votes are. I think what you do in that moment is you say, Rachel, who? Who are the votes? Because what is she gonna say? Oh yeah, Mickey's so pissed. You can already. I mean, she was pissed at even the notion. She's gonna be so pissed that Ashley did that because she's on a power trip. He made progress on Catherine. And he overestimated his relationship with her, obviously. It's part of the problem. I get why Julie's saying this, but what is Jimmy supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, he's not in the headspace to give a good reaction to that particular thing. Wait, what? What does Julie mean by that? Oh, maybe just that he will be more betrayed by Mickey. Goodbye messages. The personally I adore you falls so flat when strategically this made no sense. You know what I mean? Big Brother unlocked. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Taylor, but if Unlocked tries to make Riley and Catherine into what the show is trying to make Riley and Catherine, I think we gotta talk. Okay, we did in fact get goodbye messages. Um, that's probably one of the least. No, I think we had some obvious ones when Tucker was winning. That was definitely like a very straightforward result for the blockbuster. Um, and what that means for the house. For sure now, the HOH is what matters. I really genuinely think there is exactly one opportunity for any resistance to be put up to the current reign. Now, I say this, the current reign has not been the most stable. Um, but I do think at some point the dam breaks, and I think it's this week if they get power. I think that if Rachel, Ashley, Will, Ava, whatever the combination is, get targeted here, I mean, like the structure almost perpetuates itself. You know what I mean? Um, everyone scatters to the wind. There's no side anymore on the other side. It's just factions amongst the existing structure. And honestly, we'll likely see Mickey on the outside of it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but there it is. That is tonight's episode. I will be live with Brittany tonight. Definitely a big episode for Brittany to come on and talk about. Maybe she can regale us with tales of Rachel Riley winning a knockout comp. And then we'll move from there. I'll be live tomorrow morning. I can put up a prediction here for HOH. I think I did forget to choose the result of the last one, but we can do our best. Who wins HOH? Is it Rachel, Ashley? Is it Ava Will? Is it Morgan Zach? Vinny Lauren? Catherine Riley? Kelly Keanu? I think that's it. I said I'm expecting Ava to crash out about Rachel. She's just going to be so pissed that Rachel came at her like that about the vote. All right. There's the prediction. I will be live tomorrow night for Unlocked. I'll be live in the morning for the update. We'll have the Q&A. I will be speaking with Jimmy as well. So tons of content coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for all of that. The update will be at noon tomorrow. Yes, noon, about 12:15 Eastern. Check out the book, of course, if you haven't. Tumultuousness. Thank you for the 12. And that's about it. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple of sound bites here, but I'll be heading over to the podcast very soon. So thanks again, and I'll see all of you on the podcast.